remember ITV they televised the premiere of The Living Daylights live.
Oh, like
Okay.
the red carpet.
Yeah,
yeah.
they televised it live
go
in
for it.
those days.
I know where you're going with this.
And this was a big deal. And I remember it being advertised on ITV for several days beforehand. I was like, right, I'm going to have to record this. I'm going to have to tape this. It's going to be very exciting.
right, yeah.
And I did. I taped it. And I used to watch that over and over as well. And then I used to see in that it was presented by Lois Maxwell.
Yes.
And
Didn't she ever go at the new Moneypenny?
yes, sort of. It was a sort of veiled go
God.
at her. Yeah.
What did she say? It was a real catty snipe.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Wasn't great. I know. But it's on YouTube if anyone wants to watch it. The premiere of The Living Daylights.
We'll put a link
put the link in the show
Didn't they have
notes.
someone abseil from the roof
They
of
did,
the cinema?
and they had the Bond theme playing. So on YouTube, we've had to mute that.
That's
For
right.
that same reason that they have to mute us if we put music on. This is what they do. So yeah, there are a few bits in that where there's recognisable Bond music, and YouTube have taken it down. But yeah, it's really interesting thing to watch that, because it was Nick Owen who used to present Crime Watch.
He was married to the other chick, wasn't he?
Was he? Yeah. I don't know.
Anne Diamond?
He wasn't married to her, was
he
he?
not?
In real life, he used to. They were both on like TVAM together.
Were they not
Breakfast
doing it?
telly.
I'm probably conflating Richard and Judy.
I don't know if they. Yeah, I think you are. I don't think they were married. I mean, I could be wrong, but anyway.
Owen married.
And he used to do Crime Watch as well. So yeah, so it was him and Lois Maxwell. They were presenting this, and it was a combination of interviewing various cast from the film, the new film, but also a look back at 25 years and Lois Maxwell reminiscing about shooting all those films, because obviously she'd appeared in every single one of them. And so it was a really interesting hour-long program, actually. And it was like the first half of it was just intercut with scenes from the previous films. And then they had Charles and Diana arrive in Leicester Square. Desmond Llewellyn was showing Charles the Aston Martin V8 in Leicester Square. They let off all these balloons. And it was, oh, God, it was great. And then they showed bits of it. And I must say, the one bit they did show, they showed quite a lot of the pre-title sequence, which for me was my favourite pre-title sequence of all the Bond films until No Time to Die came out. That's now pipped at the post. But up until that point, The Living Daylights I thought was terrific pre-title sequence on the Rock of Gibraltar. And I think that very first shot you see of Tim, when he turns around on the rock, you know he is Bond. That face, that look. So yeah, in answer to your question about an hour ago, you said, did you think he looked like Bond?
Yeah.
And yes, most definitely, I think he looked like Bond. And you only have to look at that shot of him on the rock, looking down. You know he's Bond. I think he was very well cast. I have to say, I know a lot of people are upset that Pierce wasn't cast in the role then, and he was originally meant to be. But I think it's great that we got Tim. I think it's great that Tim had the chance to do those two films. And I'm just sorry we didn't get more of Tim, which is another reason why GoldenEye is as low as it is in my rankings. Because I came out of the cinema a bit grumpy that it wasn't Tim. Because Tim was sort of my Bond in a way. He became Bond just as I was getting into Bond. And there was all that hype surrounding that film in 87 and the 25th anniversary. It was all really exciting, you know? And to then only have two films, I felt cheated out of Tim.
You needed a refund.
And I had that 6-year drought with nothing when I was at my peak. I've lost my train of thought now.
When was your peak, would you say?
12.
As a human or as a Bond fan?
As a Bond fan.
Right, and it's been downhill since then?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
And here you are on a podcast.
And I had 6 years of
About
nothing.
Bond.
Of waiting for a new film with Tim, and then they got a new film, and it wasn't Tim, it was Pierce. But so yeah, I was upset about that. But I think Tim is terrific in this film. I bloody love this film, and I personally think the first 3/4 of this film is absolutely banging. I think it's up there with the best of them. Sadly, I think once they get into the desert scenes in Afghanistan, it does tend to drag a little bit.
Too dusty for me.
It is.
Yeah, I don't like
isn't it?
dust in the film.
Yeah, with all the horses.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It gets a bit dull, I think.
I think it becomes another film that it almost feels like another genre. When
And
it goes into
also, the
desert
plot
like that.
gets terribly convoluted
Oh, God,
with
it
all
is.
the diamonds, and it's like, what's going on here? I find it difficult to follow what's happening.
So that was actually, I remember my very first Bond scene sitting down with my family, and that was when he opens up the heart. And
Oh, yeah.
he goes, diamonds covered in ice, and
Yeah.
like all of my family went, "Oh wow, that's good." And I was like, "What? What the fuck's going on? I don't know. What the fuck? Someone help me!
Yeah.
I'm 4. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here."